with our bargain bead box again today. If you'll recall, when I opened it yesterday, we made this this pretty little, simple little Coriana necklace with one of the sunbursts. And I noticed that this one is actually, its loop is a teeny bit crooked. And I've been debating if I want to try and straighten it. When it's sitting on you, it won't matter because it'll go down and hit your, so it will be all right. But I'm not sure if I want to try and straighten that loop because I don't want to accidentally break it. So it's one of those 6 of one, half a dozen of the others, what I decide I should do. So okay, this does this every day, it seems like, and I have to restart it to get it to stop doing that. There we go. So just a really simple little necklace that I thought looked really cute with the Coriana chain. This little bail, it works perfect for the Coriana chain because it's so, it has such a tiny hole, and it's so small that it works just perfect with the. So hi, Cynthia. So we're going to give it a little while. I haven't really planned anything, but we'll see. I will pull the beads back out again today and see if we see anything that really talks to us right off the bat. Now, Kathy Ryan had asked if we could work on a eyeglass holder, and we may do that. Let's put this aside. I need to photograph it still, but I don't want to get it lost. There we go. So I do have one up here that I made the other day. Oh, it's been a little while now, I guess, but let's get it down. An eyeglass holder isn't hard to make. Oh, I didn't get the eyeglass holder hooks pieces though. So this is the one I have made already. I made this with the Softlex. And when I make these, you see this is the part that would go around your neck and drop for holding your eyeglasses. And then I got a pretty little beaded spot for just where it hooks to your glass frame, and then it would go down the side. And so when we're doing these, we want our seed bead length here to be about 15 inches, if I remember right. 12, 13, yeah, 15. And then my bead sections are about 3. So we end up about 20 inches or so. Hi, Tina. So that is what I like. Was turning it on to all messages instead of just the top messages. So hi, Heather. And so if we make this, you got to remember you want about 21 to 22 inches of beaded section. And then when you, with your eyeglass pieces that are on the ends here, you add a little bit. Put this back up here so I don't lose it here. My tripod is my holder for a lot of jewelry and stuff. All of my sun catchers I've made recently are hanging up there. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sun catchers hanging up on my top tripod bar. Anyway, so somebody had asked me about making a eyeglass holder, and we can do that, and we can even do that with our kit here if we want to do. And so let's dump some of these things out. No, come on, out. I didn't ever get them put in their box. Naughty me. We'll put things back in we're definitely not going to use. Now you could use chain. I know when Randy makes hers, she tends to also make a section of beaded that drops down beside your eyes as well. I don't generally do that because I find it gets in my peripheral vision, and then it drives me sort of nuts to have something hanging there. So that is a matter of preference kind of thing. You can do that if you like. I don't like, obviously, so probably will not to do that. But I am pulling out the things that we might use for this. So that we have those available. I will need to go get me some eyeglass pieces, but I know where they're at, so it won't be a hard thing to find. And we're going to get some wire out. I always just use beading wire on these. Since this is going to be more oranges, let's see what we have as far as more orangey. I'm not sure we have an orange Softflex. I can't recall ever using one too much. I know we have yellow. I think the closest might be butterscotch, imperial topaz. So we'll use that. So let's turn down and we'll get some wire cut and we'll start beading. So here's what I've dumped out here. And I've got the butterscotch Softflex out. Now, since I want this to be at least 20 inches, I'm going to cut probably about 24 inches of wire to make sure I have plenty. And probably could get away with like 22, but so here's our wire, and I'm going to put a bead stopper on this one side over here. But before we do anything else, what we need to decide is our pattern that we're going to use. So let's get a few beads out here, see what we can do here. I'm thinking some of these, maybe even 4 of those. Though, like I say, the beaded portion here only needs to be about 3 or 4 inches. So I don't want more than 2 per side here. Maybe not even the 2. So now these little guys are small, but I think I might use these in the back end as decorative little bits. I tend to try and do a little decoration as well as let's see what we want to use here. I'm not thinking I'm going to use these. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Kathy. We're making an eyeglass holder. So, hi, Anita. Heather. Grazia. Let's see. Oh, Lynn's on. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Beth. If you'll recall, I told you yesterday that they were going to change my pain medication because it was making me sort of nauseous. They did change it, and today I'm feeling all right. Even though I went to the physical therapist yesterday. Ooh, you know how fun that is if you've ever done these. And so No, don't think I want to use these either. We're going to go with all these orangey yellowy things here. And so they changed my medication, and I have been feeling much better today, thankfully. I did go to, like I said, I did go to the physical therapist yesterday, and he worked with both my ankle and my knee, since my ankle has been giving me an atrocious lot of trouble this time around. And it's funny, I did have a problem. Okay. I keep thinking I got you back, and then it disappears again. It's getting a little bit irritating there. So I pulled out some of the pink aventurine, the darker ones. So I'll probably pull the whole, I just will pull the whole strand, because I'm thinking I might want some of the other colors here. Oop, don't go all over the place, guys. I'm going to put part of them back in the bag so they don't all go everywhere. Keep a few of each of the colors out here. There. That should be good. I had to actually reset my internet real quickly there. It wanted to be off for some reason. So we're gonna get some of these things going here. So we've got some of the pink aventurine out now. Now, they call these pink, but the only ones that are pink to me are these ones. The others, these are orange. Sorry, you can call it pink all you want, but that's orange. And so these are going to be like focal sets on either side. And get a couple of these out. These are cool little guys. Ugh. This is one of those baggies that doesn't want to open very well. Come on. Just a few of you. I don't want to use all of you up because you're pretty. I want you for something else later. So actually, cubes out. Hey, Dominique. Yeah, my internet's acting wonky today for some reason. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing that. It was not fun to have to reset it. I'm always afraid when I have to reset it, I'm going to lose you guys entirely. But luckily not so far. But it says it's pink aventurine, according to the packaging. I'd say you're right about pink, but yeah, it's more like peach. I don't. Sometimes when they call out colors, I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? That's not that color. So I'm gonna get some of all these out, and then we're gonna decide on a pattern here for these guys. And of course, I will do both sides identical. I think it looks better that way, especially with something that's, well, it wouldn't have to be, but it does. Managing to reset it on my phone and it, you know, turn it off and turn it back on, but see, it's that usually fixes it. But okay, hopefully we won't keep doing that all day long here. That's not fun. Let's get a couple of these cubes. It's too skinny. Now remember, we want about 3 to 5 inches here of our pretty, and I'm pretty sure we got that there. Yeah, that's 4, and I haven't put any spacers in other than the one long one. So I'm liking that. So I think we'll put the pieces that we'll need for the other side up over here. See, so we have the 2 cubes, we have these, those, yep. Okay, so everything that's we're decided to use is now up there. So I'm going to put the excess away here so they're not getting in the way. And we have to decide if we're going to, what kind of seed beads, because I use seed beads up along the back end so that we have some kind of, so it's so thin, it's not going to irritate your neck. You could use, if you wanted to, you could switch it to chain or even some leather if you prefer to do it that way. I usually just seed bead the back, and then as I'm seed beading, I'll take something like these and make a little design in the seed beads every once in a while just to create some differentiation, and it ends up usually being pretty nice. Now we could also use these guys up in with the seed beads if we wanted to, because they're a little smaller, but I'm not sure that they're small enough for what I wanted for when I do those. So we'll decide as we go along though. So we're going to get these other extra bits and pieces put away. Now these ones actually would work in the back part if you wanted to do that. We don't have a ton of them, so I'm not sure I want to. I might leave them out here, so in case I decide to do so, they're there. Oh, that's cool, Mary. I like that thought. Hey, Brandy. Hi, Kimberly. Did we get a lot of snow? It snowed off and on all day, but the weather kept being weird, and it would warm up, then it would cool back down, and then it would warm up again. And so in the long run, we only actually got like about a 1/4 of an inch before it all melted back off again. So, so not a lot really, no. So we're gonna just I love ball spacers, but I'm not sure that I want to use too many ball spacers in this piece here, maybe right here, since we have smaller beads right here. But what I really would rather have is, let's see, we have some daisies and we have some washer type here. I think we'll go with these guys. So we do have one now that's not from the kit, the spacer here. That's all right. I know a lot of people, when they're working with these, they want to just use what's in the box. To me, it's a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other kind of issue, because when it comes right down to brass tacks, and I knock those sideways, which beads did I have next? There we go. That's what your stash is for, to use. And if you don't use it, then it's just going to sit there and you're going to have all these lovely, beautiful beads, which you're never using. So I'm like, no, we got to use our beads. Whoop. Especially when it's spacers, because, I mean, they did give us 2 types of spacers here, but they're not necessarily spacers that I would normally I really like these tube spacers, like this one we're going to put on right now, but you don't want something like that everywhere, especially since it's actually pretty skinny when it comes right down to brass tacks. So now, since this was 4 inches with the spacers in here, it is probably going to be 5. But okay, so that's our beaded section that will hang in the front of your eyeglasses, by your eyeglasses when you're wearing them. So it's 4.5, so that's about good. And then you're going to have the section that goes all the way around your back part of your neck, and then you'll have another section of that on the other side. So you could make this as small as 3 inches. I have it 4.5. So to make it smaller, of course, we'd have to take out some of the beads here, like the little cubes maybe. But I think we'll leave it here at the 4.5. Let's see, if we took the cubes out, it would be exactly 4. So we might take the cubes out. I do like them, but we don't want it to be, well, it doesn't matter. We'll leave them. These can go up here because we'll need them up here, and only need a couple of those. We are going to need these down in here. So I'm going to put these in a dish. Now go sit there, right there to the side, and get out of my way. Okay, so now I have to decide. Oh, I wanted one more of those down here, because what we're going to do now, we have to transition to seed beads. So to do that, I'm going to put one of these spacers on, and then the ball spacer, and then I have to decide on seed beads. And what kind of seed beads am I going to get out? Now, this is long enough. If you wanted to just use this, you could, but you got to remember those bicones can get a little bit sharp on your neck, so you might not want to do all of that across the back, because we're going to have quite a bit. See, we're going to have at least we want at least probably about 10 inches, 8 to 10 inches of seed bead down the back portion here. 90 degrees in Virginia yesterday. Oh, that's nuts. How long do I make it? About 20 to 24 inches. Generally about 22, because you want to have plenty for it to go around your neck and then drop down when you don't want them on, but you don't want it so long that they're way down on your waist, sort of. Oh, that would be pretty, Mary. Yeah, spiny oyster focal for your 3-strand bracelet. That sounds like a good time, Anita, going out to the flea markets and buying some plants. So I'm going to put a bead stopper on here while I get out my seed beads and decide which ones we want to use. Where's my seed bead case? Oh. Where's my seed bead box? Darn it. That's weird. Okay. While I was up, I got some cream colored seed beads and I got a couple of eyeglass holder pieces. Oh, that was cool, Mary. Somebody bought a couple of your bracelets while you were showing your accountant. That's cool. You're facing cataract surgery. Ugh. Yeah, sometimes that's true. I know I have problems finding the holes and stuff when they're really small. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get some of these guys out. Sounds like Lily's trying to con Melinda out of some more food. My daughter's talking to Lily and saying, "You already got fed. You don't need to be fed anymore." Lily is notorious for trying to get fed extra. So, oop. Okay, babe. So what we're going to do now is we need to design a little pattern to go across our back. And remember, we want to leave this much wire. So we're going to be putting about, see, it's about 11 inches here. So I'd say I want about 10 inches of seed bead pattern across the back, just so that we have plenty of that. So we're going to just start with these, and I'm just going to, these are number 6s, by the way. I like a 6 because I can place just about anything with them and not have to worry about them being too small to not. These are a check one, so they're not all the same size either. So it's one of those, well, it's going to be what it's going to be. So I'm using the cream. I'm going to put in, I think I'll put on 5. And then we're going to put on one of the ball spacers. Oh, just do it this way. Yeah, come on. And then one of the bicones. And then another ball spacer. No, go on down there. So see, we have now got, we're forming of this little pattern right here. So we'll go 5 of the seed beads and then the ball spacer, bicone ball spacer. And if you wanted to, another thing to bring these other pieces in from down there is we could, here, I'll show you what I'm thinking here. We could also just take this ball spacer off here, put this little guy that we were using as a spacer there. Now this is probably the biggest I'd want it to be, because see, it is bigger than the rest of the beads. Then we'd put another bicone on here and our ball spacer again, and then we'll see if we like that pattern or if we want to just stick with the 1 bicone and the 2 ball spacers. I think we can leave that in there like that. What do you guys think? You like that in there? My average length is about 20 inches, Mary, for the eyeglass holders, 19 to 20, generally about 20. Sometimes a little bit longer than that, but yeah, about 20, around 20 inches generally. Hey, Sid. The reason that I make them that short, Mary, is because when you take your eyeglasses off and drop them down, you don't want them sitting way down at your waist. You want them, you know, relatively close, but not in your way either. So I make them about 20 inches. They don't have to be that short. They could be longer if you determine you like them longer. This is just the length I generally make them. So But let's get this other one down here and that I have and measure it so that we can see more of. Let's see, this one is, well, actually with the holders itself on them, it is 24. When I'm measuring things like this, I don't even think about the holders, the eye holders. So we have, as you can see, we have 4 inches, not quite 4 inches of beaded. And then we have another, this one's going to be about 13 or 14 of our pretty around the edge, whereas this one's probably only going to be 10 because I have a longer beaded section here. So looks like I'm going to need to get some more of these out. So, right. And you could certainly make it longer if you wanted to. Like I said, I just don't like my glasses down at my belly button when I pull them off. So I make it short enough that when it's just hanging around my neck and hanging down, it is not quite that long. So oops, forgot the ball spacer. That's not good. Was looking over here to see if I had any more of the other style left and forgot the first one. Oh. I have the same, Beth. I got diagnosed with cataracts a few years ago, but they told me they were so small they weren't going to worry about them for some time. So not sure what Rory's problem is, but he's carrying on here. Ball spacer, Rose. Put in the right thing. I think one more. I keep wanting to put that bead on before the ball spacer. Naughty me. I think I'm going to need one more of these beads, so don't think I see another one in my pile here. Nope. Stay put. Trying to decide if I want one more section. I think I'm going to put one more on. Come on. Okay, now we're going to go and put this piece right here. As you can see, I went a little far with this, so we're going to move this up so we can wiggle these guys around so we have more room to work over here. But that's all right. So beads back out here. Actually, I'm going to put these away. Now, these are the eyeglass holder pieces I'm going to use. These are not the only kind you can get, though, because if you'll notice from this one, these holders are a bit different. I just prefer to use this. I use this style generally. I think these came in this kit. That's why I used these. So, but there are more than one style of eyeglass holder with the holder pieces. So if you wanted to use something different, you can definitely do that. So we want a ball spacer. And then this guy. And get our other beads out. So let's see, it was the cube. The more peach colored, the lighter colored one. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera there, guys. Okay, so now we just need to put the eyeglass holder pieces on. And in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, you got a choice now at this junction. You can either put them directly onto your eyeglass pieces here, or you can jump ring them. I tend to jump ring them just in case something happens and you need to get them off for any reason. So we're just going to crimp these with a little loop here on the back here. Let's see, where's my crimps at? Here they go. Well, that's weird. Those crimps are not separated. Well, we'll get a different one out. So, and I didn't leave myself very much line here, but I think we left enough to make it, to get this done. So we just need to get you guys in here. Come on, go through. Okay, now up through the bead, slide these down around. interesting. What are you doing in there? Yeah, well, worry about it some other time. Oh yeah, I need to get a different crimp because those two are stuck together for some reason, or I need to see if I can pull them apart. Oop. Well, pulled them apart and one went flying. So come on, you. Go in there. Now, where'd you go? Stop. Okay, now we just have to put our eyeglass holder pieces on. Now these will open up just like a jump ring if you wanted to do it without using any extra here. And I could have just hardwired them on too. So, but we got them. They're no problem. Where's your split? There it is. There we go. So when it comes around, let's see how long this ended up being. it's exactly 24 inches counting your eyeglass holder pieces. So get back in the tool caddy where you belong. Stay there. Well, maybe just a little bit shorter than 24. So about that length. About 24 inches is this one's size. Not quite, but close to it. The other one was a little over, was exactly 24 inches. So once you have all of the components and stuff on, you probably want about 22 to 24 inches. But there she is, using our art and bead box. Look at that, exactly 1 hour, guys. So now, like I said, I do know some people put more decorative pieces, like put a ring here, right here at the top, and then maybe put a dangle down here. I don't, because that drives me nuts having things really, it's right in your peripheral vision then when they're on, which is just, hey Dorothy, just a pain in the buns, in my opinion anyway. Hi Cindy. Went down again. Okay, let's see what I missed while I was finishing it up. Looks like Cindy joined us. By all means, go for it. Eyeglass holders can be really fun. You know, it's sort of a preference of your own, how long you make them. Like I say, I just don't like mine if I'm wearing them, which I rarely do, because I wear my glasses 3/4 of the time. Well, more like 9/10. I only take them off generally when I'm reading, because even though I have bifocals, it irritates me to read with them on. So I'll just take them off and just get a little closer to my book. But anyway, as I was saying, some people like to put a little ring here and then put a dangle coming down. I don't, because I don't like them in my peripheral vision. It drives me nuts having something like that in my peripheral vision. But, oh dear, I forgot a ball spacer. Where did I forget a ball spacer? Oh, right here. Well, I'm not going to pull it apart to redo it. These guys here, the eyeglass holder pieces, no, I don't specifically remember. It might have been Amazon. In fact, it probably was. But I've had them for a number of years, so I don't make a ton of eyeglass holders, so they last a long time in my household. So I don't remember for certain where I got them, but I think it was Amazon. Yeah, I forgot a ball spacer. Well, like I said, I'm not going to restring it for that one little ball spacer up there. But there she is, 24 inches. And even though I normally go over quite a bit, I think we may be done today. I'm going to turn it up and I'm going to let you see how it would hang down. That's a good question, but I doubt it because I didn't leave a heck of a lot of extra room, so I doubt if there's a room for, well, I might be able to get a bead cover in there. Or settle. Find the right spot again here. Let's see if we can get it in here. Got it in. Now I got to just be careful that I don't break a bead when I'm closing it here. There we go. Good call, Cynthia. Oh, I got both silver and gold at the same time, Mary, so it probably, they may just not carry them anymore. Thank you, Mary. Well, I like to have a variety of stuff to make. I don't make too many eyeglass holders because I don't sell a ton of them. They're fun to make. I have made them for my sisters. They all have glasses that they don't wear all the time, like me. I think I'm the only one of the bunch that wears them all the time. No, Priscilla wears hers all the time. So there we go. Well done. Anyway, let's turn up. Come on. Come on. See, so you pull this, you know, when you're wearing it, it's going to sit like so, you know, right there. So not atrociously long or in your way. If you want it, if you like them longer, by all means, make it longer. So see, it would hang right here. And then when I drop it down, they'd go to about right here on my chest, not way down below, so to speak. So, well, heck, let's just put it on and I can show you exactly where it's going to sit. Come on, go on. So as you can see, it would sit right here when it's down here, down, or when it goes up, slide them up here, and it sits like so.
You're not starting, Chunky.
It does bother me. You're right. It does bother me, Cynthia, when there's a boo-boo. You wear your glasses all the time? Yeah, so do I. I can't see without them. I am very nearsighted. So the only time, like I say, I take them off is when I'm reading. And so I don't wear a eyeglass holder very often. Every once in a while I will. But you can see this is how this one would hang. You see my pretty beaded section goes right down to the base of my neck, where it then hits there. And then, like I say, when it comes off, it's just right there in the front. It's not down to my waist kind of thing. So I think it's a matter of preference. We measure this one out? It's not quite 24. So, you know, it's just what you prefer, how you prefer to make them. I prefer about this length, sometimes a little longer, but generally about that. So when I said 19 inches, I was thinking of my bookmarks that I made, my ribbon bookmarks. Those are the ones that are 19 when they're finished. But so there we go. That's what it looks like. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. I had fun making it. Whoa! You two, stop it.
Winnie and Lily.
Of course it was. So anyway, there we go. There's our little beaded eyeglass holder. And I think it turned out pretty nicely. So now we have two things we've made with our new kit. The beaded eyeglass holder and our little Coriana chain necklace we made yesterday when we opened the box up. So, though I will warn you, see this magnetic clasp? Even with my big ones, they still want to slide sideways. Not that you're going to really care that much because they're at the back of your neck, but it's still got a big enough holder here that it wants to pull some. So there's our two items we've made with our kit so far, and I think these are turning out quite pretty. I really like how the eyeglass holder did turn out really nice. I do like this little section where we put the little tube in here. I think that worked really good. In fact, that would work good for a necklace if I just wanted to keep going with it. So anyway, we're going to take off for the day. You take yours off to read and to bead and to text on your phone. It's a tough cat week. Yeah, that's Lily and Winter have now got into it twice in the last week. They need to settle their stuff.
That was actually Lily attacking her just because she walked by.
Oh. What did I put into search to find the eyeglass pieces? Probably just eyeglass holder. And then there's usually a section for like jewelry making kind of stuff. So if it comes up as jewelry making, that would be probably more like it. Mary said she just found it. So, Oh, you did find the gold. Good, 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 good. So anyway, I'm going to take off for the day. It's 1:15, and we'll see you all tomorrow. I'm not sure what time we're doing Members Live, if we're going to do it tomorrow, if we're going to do it Friday. They keep changing my appointment from 2 to 2:45. If it's 2:45, I can do an hour on Thursday, just like normal. But if they don't change it, then I'll let you guys know tomorrow. It will be either the normal time tomorrow or Friday. I'll do it Friday because I do have my PT now on Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons. And though I gotta say, he worked with my ankle yesterday some, and it's better today than it was yesterday. So they did schedule me for an appointment with the ankle specialist, but I may get to cancel that if it gets better. So we'll see how that works. Anyway, we're going to take off for the day. I'll see you all tomorrow. I hope you had a lovely time. If there's anything else you'd like to see me make, by all means, let me know and we'll do that. Kathy says the normal length is for eyeglass holder is 24 to 27 inches. And I believe that. That's because this one is 24, or not quite 24, and it fits real well. If you wanted more dip down in the front, then the 27 would be a really good length. So anyway, I am going to go for the day, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow, and we'll see what we decide to make tomorrow. I actually have some more of these loops in gold. In fact, I think they're right there somewhere. And we could make a pair of earrings using these loops like this, because we do have big enough beads. And actually, if we didn't want to use these, we do have some nice Unakite, the Unakite and Rhodonite barrels that are pretty good size that also could work as our middle bead here. So I might find those and make those. We'll make those tomorrow. If there's anything you would like me to make, by all means, let me know, like as Kathy did with the eyeglass holder. I think these are fun to make. Like I say, I usually just use a 6 seed bead across the back with some kind of other bead in here to make the decoration, which turned out really pretty on this section, I think. And that's because it's always around the back of your neck and you don't want it to be really irritating. So, and the big beads, let's face it, you don't need them around the back of your neck. So, so that works really well. Anyway, I hope everybody has a lovely evening, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden.